Hello Gemini and welcome to my channel GreenLion Goddess Tarot. This is your fortnightly reading for the 1st of July through to the 15th, and we are in Cancer season. So this is where we're in the watery realms of your emotions, sitting with your emotions, feeling a little bit more. And the image I was getting for you actually, Gemini, was in uncharted waters or unfamiliar territory when it comes to that. I had this image of you on the beach and it was like, how did I get here? And you look down, it was fairly shallow, like it wasn't deep water. It was just lapping over your feet. So there's some sort of emotion that's coming up that is new, that potentially is trying to get your attention. So yeah, interesting. It doesn't feel like anything particularly worrying or scaring, but it's kind of like, I don't know if I felt this before. I don't know if I noticed this before for whatever reason. We've got the Hermit, contemplation and wisdom coming through. So this is a nice energy to come through in terms of Cancer season, because this could be where you're really sitting with something and really seeing how you're feeling around it, or even especially deep inside your body. You know, it's a sense of even, and then processing that through your own internal wisdom, and it comes out as a conscious thought, a conscious beginning. So the Hermit energy, contemplation, wisdom. I love this little koala because it's saying maybe there's a time to retreat, be a bit more of a kind of homebody even with this Hermit energy, and just go within. And there's something that is kind of lapping at your feet, like there's a message that's coming in from spirit or from your intuition or an emotion. And so they want you to create a quiet space so that you can hear the messages. You can see what this means for you. So it feels very lulling and gentle as well. It feels kind of sweet in a way, but it'll be different for all of you. So let's see what else is coming through. So Gemini, I just wanted to let you know that this reading is for Gemini, Sun, Moon and Rising. Always recommend to watch all three of your placements if you know where they are, because it gives you the fuller picture of what's going on for you, a more holistic view. And this is a general reading, Gemini. Just take what feels right and leave the rest. And if you'd like to explore it further, there will be an extended reading, and the link for that will be in the description box below. Okay, these cards are not jumping for you at all. Oh, that one did. Finally, just to be a little bit contrary, this card is like Pentacle 3, Venus, Capricorn. Okay, interesting. Now, Venus is going to be in Gemini at this time. So this is all about your self-value, your self-worth. And I feel like what it is this lapping of the water at your feet. Something's kind of lapping away. And like I said, if you imagine that you're on a beach and that's happening, it feels kind of quite gentle and soothing, but it's like part of you's off somewhere else and part of you's conscious of it and part of you's not. And it just depends on where you're at. But this, it feels like, because if you put the little koala, like he looks so happy and content there. And the Three of Pentacles is around, like I said, your value, building something of value or creating something of value in your life. So yeah, it's I feel like it's very much, or you feeling really valued. So this is what this feeling is about. And the Pentacle 3 can sometimes be around other people, about groups, group energies, people that are around you. It can be around a collaboration, or being how productive you are within a group energy as well. Perhaps if you're working with other people, or this is even friends, you know, where are you all going? Is this something that there's a triangulation, there's a triad kind of energy here where it feels like it could be groups of threes or at least more than two people, which is a group, I suppose. But you know what I mean, the Death card. So there is a big transformation and change coming in here, crossed by the Three of Pentacles. Interesting. So it's like maybe there's been a big shift and change that you haven't valued or you haven't seen as valuable for whatever reason, but it's kind of coming in saying find the value in what's happening here. And it is to this very Capricorn-y energy of things that you thought were very stable and secure, things that you are building, legacies, a lot of earth coming in with the Queen of Pentacles, the Four of Swords. With the Hermit energy, it's saying have a big think about things. The Chariot, this is the Cancer energy. So you're presenting as the Chariot. There's, surprise messages, surprise. This is the water lapping at your heels here. And it could be somebody that is trying to get your attention in a very kind of gentle way. The World card, and we also have the Eight of Wands. Okay, gosh. Wow. And the Ace of Cups. Wow. Beautiful. Absolutely love it. And that's where you go, oh, I see what that water lapping at my heels are. I understand what this means. And now I'm focusing on that. Whereas at the moment, you've got the Two of Swords where you can't see it, or that it feels like there's kind of this big decision in front of you. And it's like, I don't know which way to go with it. So interesting. So the picture does become clear, but I feel like it's like you're getting the message very gently coming through. So when the Death card comes in as the main situation, this represents a major ending of a cycle of sort. It's a big transition that you're going through at this moment. It is the card of Scorpio. It is the card of Pluto. So I think, your ruler Mercury has been in your sign and it's been having a chat to Pluto in Capricorn, which is interesting that we've got a lot of Capricorn energy, and Mercury's come back and said, okay, this is what you have to do to transform some of the structures in your life, to transform some things that you are building slowly over time that could be really successful. And so you're kind of getting that message now that something that perhaps someone that you didn't value is now a valuable process or a valuable asset to you. So this is the messages from Pluto that are coming through and wanting to transform your life. It is crossed by the Three of Pentacles. So it may be that, part of this transformative process and shift and transition and change is that you're seeing things that are no longer valuable for you. It's like things that you thought you used to value, you don't, or people that you used to thought you value, you don't so much as anymore. So there's almost like a big overhaul of your value systems that's coming through. But it could also be that it feels like there are people or groups of people that are blocking this change. So maybe it's like, you've got a group of friends and you feel like you're going through this big change, but they're kind of seeing you as the same old person. And you're like, well, I'm feeling very different. So that can come through with this Three of Pentacles. And again, it can be like we mentioned, that it can just be you're kind of seeing that something's shifting and changing, or someone's shifting and changing in your life, and you're not sure whether this is something you're going to value or not. So in your conscious mind, you've got the Page of Wands, which is like, this is a really lovely energy, the Page of Wands, because it's wanting to feel inspired. It's wanting to start something new. It's taking a good look at it and going, should I be doing that? It could be messages coming in around your work and your career, or something to do with creativity. It can also represent passion. So again, it's this sense of there's messages coming to you with the pages, the two pages. But it's interesting here because this Page of Wands is in the desert. There's no water lapping at its feet, whereas this Page of Cups has got the water and it's around you, but in your conscious mind, you're not seeing it. You're connecting to what it is that you want, but you're not necessarily feeling into it with this Page of Cups. So it's kind of saying, sit with something, sit with it. And at the base, we've got, speaking of sitting with it, the Hermit energy always goes deep within and goes, what can I see deep within myself? And this is what it is. The Ten of Pentacles. What a fantastic thing to find down there. This is something of great value. It's the Ten of Pentacles. It's something, it could be a great achievement or something that you really want to achieve in your life. And it is that energy of you've gone through. It has to start with the Pentacle 3. It has to be something that you value if you want to put the time and effort and energy to get it to where it wants to be. But this is where you're seeing that this is where I think that you're potentially becoming aware of something you've done in your life that the universe is saying you did a great job with that. So you should be feeling really pleased with yourself. Now, the Ten of Pentacles can represent family or any kind of legacy. It can be, anything to do with that this is something that you're wanting to bring in, but there's big shifts and changes to, like I said, values, things you found valuable and things that used to feel secure and stable to you are now going through a big shift and change. So in the recent past, we've got the Queen of Pentacles, which is stability. It's a sense that something that was very stable in your life, or someone that was very stable. So the Queen of Pentacles can represent, having a stable income, or having stability within your health for a moment, or having a really good person around you that you trust. And it's like the friend that's always there, or your mother or your family or your father, whoever it is in your life that's kind of somebody that's very stable. This could be your own inner stability as well that's coming through. So it's comfortable. comfortable. It's a very comfortable area, very comfortable with this person, comfortable with what's going on in your life. Don't get too comfortable because that's all about to shift and change, but not in a way that feels like I can't handle this. It's in quite, like I said, it's in quite a gentle way. It's a slow transition. So they're just saying there's a lot that you're processing inside your mind here with the Four of Swords. There's a lot to process. And so this is where it's like this and the Hermit energy are very much like taking some time out to have a big old think. The Four of Swords can mean you need a rest as well, like get some good sleep, go away, do something where you're not around a lot of people, where you can actually have some time to think for yourself. You're not with a group, because the group energy seems to be, sometimes you can get caught up in other people's energies, and it's like I need to work out and make sense of something myself and really connect in with the wisdom and work the narratives I've been telling myself and rework it and maybe think of a new ending that's coming through here. So the Four of Swords is it is actually a very Gemini-ish energy that comes through, but it's saying there is potentially a big mindset shift that's coming in. And this is what that lapping of the water is. It's trying to say, hey, this is actually a good thing that's coming through here. So pay attention to that, your intuition or your feelings. You are turning up as the Chariot energy, which is the card of Cancer, and we are in Cancer season. So it's almost like you are really adapting to the season and going, right, I'm going to put myself in the shoes of the season. Or it can also be that you're being quite empathetic as well. You're putting yourself in other people's shoes, which is, I think it's an interesting thing to do in terms of shifting perspectives and understanding that. But ultimately, the Chariot is where something's making sense for you. You're trying to make sense because, you've got the two sphinxes there. And the sphinxes represent riddles, the riddles from Pluto, the black and white energy from the underworld that didn't make sense, because Pluto is very black and white. It's very, it's one thing or the other. It's either in, it's out, eliminated, or it's coming in. And so it's like something just hasn't quite made sense, but I'm determined to understand this. And so the Chariot card is this emotional surge towards success, towards wanting to victoriously make sense and understand what this big transition and process and big change is happening. What is this that's happening to me in my life at this moment in time? And so it's conflicts ending in victory, being able to overcome any kind of obstacles in your path. For some of you, the Chariot does represent home, issues around the home, even to do with moving home if that's something that's coming out for you. Now, the Page of Cups, this is the really sweet, this is the water lapping at your feet. Quite literally, we can see it with the little Page of Cups. Surprise, there's a fish in that cup. This is something like I wasn't noticing, I wasn't seeing, it's like, and it's very sweet. There's a sweet message coming here from the water element, the water realm, saying, listen to this message, listen to your heart, listen to what water also can represent, your intuition. So, but this could be someone around you that's been telling you, giving you this message as well. Like maybe it's somebody that likes you, or somebody that's been telling you how much. It doesn't have to be romantic. It can be, I just really like you. Or maybe there's somebody that's trying to get your attention and you haven't been noticing them. So this Page of Cups is very sweet, but it's also when this with the Page of Wands, it's this new fresh energy of wanting to step into something new, and it's kind of very enthusiastic. It's this energy of emotions that can be bubbling away, and you might be surprised at some of these messages and what the things that come up. It can sometimes represent surprise offers or surprise communication from the heart. So interesting. In your hopes and fears, you've got the World card. So this is where you're wanting this completion of the cycle. It's like, is it over yet? But the Death card's a different energy because it's kind of, you can't push it. It's a slow energy. It's a transition. It's a big shift and change. But the World's kind of like, is it over? Is it over? Is it over? I want this to be finished. But as an outcome, you've got the Eight of Wands and the Ace of Cups. This is where, right, I got the direct message from the water, from the Ace of Cups. I got it. I got the message of love. I got the message of healing. I got the message of joy and happiness that was meant to be for me, that is coming for me. And so it creates a beautiful positive shift of the start of a cycle where you're feeling very differently, or it's the start of the birth of love, or something beautiful is birthing in your life here, a new cycle where you kind of bringing more of this in. Eight of Wands is very focused. It's suddenly, I'm focusing on love. I'm focusing on healing. I'm focusing on this message. It finally got my attention, or the person finally got my attention. So it's actually a very sweet, very, very sweet message. And I think it's a lovely energy to come through with this Ace of Cups. So yeah, I feel like there's a very, a mindset shift. It starts with your mind, but ultimately it's about listening to your heart. And that's where we see the positive shift, the shift in focus. Because I kind of feel like your mind, it will want to make sense of it, but the real wisdom lies within your heart. So we have here the Two of Swords, which is interesting because on one side we've got the crescent moon. This is where your intuition's telling you one thing, water lapping at your feet. The other side is the logical brain, where it's like logical thought, this doesn't make sense, but I'm kind of got this feeling that something's trying to get my attention, or this feeling that I should be paying attention to something or doing something. And then it can be like, I don't know which one to trust. There's blindfolded. I can see both, but I don't know how to move forward with it. And that's a little bit like the Chariot, the two sphinxes going in opposite directions and having to bring them into the one focus, the one direction. And that's exactly what you do here. With the Eight of Wands, all of these wands are all heading perfectly in the same direction. Now, the interesting thing with the Eight of Wands is that if one of them goes in a slightly different direction, all of them kind of go haywire. So it's really important to keep this focus. And I love the thing that you're focusing on is that Ace of Cups. So yeah, beautiful, beautiful energy. So any kind of indecision or hesitation that you've got around a direction in your life, especially to do with some, with the Ten of Pentacles, it can be to do with work and career. It can be some big things in your life. It might be a person. Again, it comes back to self-worth and self-value is the core energy around it. But I think that you kind of get the positive shift. You get the answer, which is really fantastic. As your affirmation card, it says, I am willing to let go. I release others to experience whatever is meaningful to them, and I'm free to create that which is meaningful to me. Beautiful. And that is the water lapping at your feet, the meaning, the value that's coming through. And like I said, it's going to be something unique for all of you. So it's your own little special message coming in, which is beautiful. Let's pull a charm to finish this off. We have, beautiful, the little butterfly. And when this one comes in, it does represent, it's like the death card, butterflies represent transformation and change because they come from the cocoon, which is like the hermit energy. And the Four of Swords is going within. You're in this kind of very contained space. And then when the butterfly is ready to it's ready to come out and spread its wings and test out its new wings and be out in the world, then it's like the Eight of Wands. Boom, here I come. I'm trying my new wings and it feels good because we've got the Ace of Cups here as well. So it's like something is transforming in your life and you're ready to kind of take flight with something, quite literally. It's a beautiful transformation. When it's the little butterfly, it means a specific area of your life. It's not like a big transformation of your whole life. It's like might be just one thing in particular, that little thing that's lapping or person that's coming in as well. Could be friendship, relationship, could be creative process, it could be anything, but it just feels very, very beautiful, Gemini. So that's it. I'm going to take it over to the extended reading now. We're going to see what else has come in because we can see this big shift and change that occurs, which is fantastic. Little bit of a break, I think, and then suddenly, boom, we're focusing on this new cycle of love or healing or inspired energy that comes from this message. Something is transforming. Let's see where it's all going. What's coming in with this beautiful transformation and shift? Who's coming in with this? What opportunities are coming through with this? Let's get some extra clarifiers and more intuitive messages about it, explore it deeper into the future, and also going to look at how to manage the energy, the best way to make the get the most out of this energy, because all energy is potentials, and some people can really tap into those potentials better than others, and different times, energy is different. It always fluctuates. So we're going to ask some cards about how to manage this energy and work with it and make the most of this sense of getting this beautiful message and stepping into the transformation. They keep showing me this image of you with these beautiful butterfly wings, and they keep saying it's that moment of pause where the butterfly comes out and just its little wings are spreading. It's so beautiful. And it just takes a moment for those wings to strengthen before it's about to fly, before something's about to shift and change and take off. So, yeah, interesting. So we'll explore that further in the extended reading. So the link for that will be in the description box below. I usually pin the link for that in the comment as well, the comments. And if this is where we're leaving each other, Gemini, this feels exciting. So please take care, and please like, subscribe, share, and leave a comment.